G'day, ladies and germs. How are ya? It's Tex here with you. It's nice to be back. Has been a minute since I've been here and done an update for you or traded as much as what I would have liked. Life gets in the way sometimes, but it's nice to be here with you. I hope you're staying safe and well, no matter where you are in the world. For all things that we do here at UTG, unitytradinggroup.com. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you get those instant updates every time we go live. My PIC ads absolutely smashing the lives, and the calls out of the Discord in the last couple of days and week at a real bomb that has done well for a number of members inside the Discord. Congratulations to you guys if you made some profits from that. And all in all, the Discord is absolutely pumping as of late. So to each and every one of you that watch this, that are a member of our Discord at unitytradinggroup.com, thank you so much for your contributions. It really is a pleasure to watch you grow and succeed together as traders, and of course, supporting each other in this incredible community that we have made. All right, that's enough of that soppy stuff, Tex. Let's get into the good stuff. Bitcoin seemingly respecting the TA quite well at the moment. We had this little mini demand zone, not great quality, where we consolidated before that push to the top here at that 61 level. We have since come back down and retested this demand level. Obviously, the significance of the 50 and the 61 and this golden pocket area is never understated, or never overstated. Rather, we harp on about Fibonacci and the way in which we trade so often because it is so simple and it darn well works. So here we are now retesting this demand zone, which is still valid, I think, really, in my opinion, for another retest. Looking at where we are now, we have made a lower high here. So we certainly could be making a descending triangle sort of formation after this push up. And then from here, we either revisit this top supply at 60K, or we go back down and we revisit that 50K zone, which has been, I guess, an important level prior to now. So at this stage, it's a little bit of a playing and waiting game. I think for the meantime, just play the range and enjoy the range. Looking at some of our indicators and what we have here, I think from memory, I probably don't even need to question it. I know that Gravy Train called this to a T. If you didn't want to know more about Gravy Train, our custom indicator, you can go to unitytradinggroup.com/Gravy Train and learn more about easily the most comprehensive, most powerful indicator we have ever created. We saw that the top of the gravy cloud acted as this pretty significant level of resistance where it made this lower high from here. And seemingly this is our range at the moment. So really what we want to see, even though we made I guess a higher low from here from this recent push and have done so a couple of times, we really want to see a break and close above this downtrend line and this 59, let's say in 59.9 level, and a push up towards this 61 level and ultimately back up towards this, or move towards this 27 extension at around 66. At the moment, I think I'm not seeing a great deal of strength in this at the moment. We know that Thursdays bring some volatility. Saturdays and Sundays, we cool off a little bit, and then we tend to find direction come the start of the week. Looking at Unicon, our other indicator, still a good thing at the moment. It does almost look, and actually, you know what? I actually didn't even realize that. Looking at this, sort of formation, seems to be quite similar to this, which I didn't even realize. So we've kind of had a move up, a retracement, a move, a head back down, sort of consolidate a little bit, making almost like a W formation, slightly higher low from where we were here, higher low, and then a continued push. And we're making a very similar structure here right now. So interesting. I'm glad that I shared this with you guys and saw this at the time. And looking at where Unicon was at this particular stage, it's quite a similar sort of structure. So I'm definitely going to keep my eyes on this right now. As Gravy Train sort of indicates, we're in a little bit of a nothing zone. We got the nice long signal. We got a beautiful short signal here at this top supply zone. But right now, we're kind of right in the middle. We are not making directions either way. But really looking at the overall scheme of things, still pretty positive macro longer term outlook. It's just we're looking for short term, mid-term consolidations before moves to one side or another at the moment. So keep an eye on this. Definitely keep an eye on this. I certainly will be. Let's have a look at FUSD. Still holding strong on FUSD. The fibs have been respected really, really well on F at the moment, and of course Unicon has just been ridiculously accurate, as it so often is, hitting the top of this Murray's and that 88 fib, heading back down, and a perfect touch off our 61 and our median. I guess you would call that sort of like our 50 Unicon between the Murray's channels line. And again, sort of just consolidating, nothing too special on F right now. Unfortunately, again, though, making a lower high. But from here, we're still making high lows from this area down here. But now we're really just kind of trapped between this 78 at 1864 and the 61 at 1742. No real decision on direction at the moment. Of course, what we're looking to see, similar to BTC, is I would really like to see a move above this 1864 and a hold above that, and ideally back up towards this 2K level. And then once we hit here, of course, I think it would be likely that we would see potentially a double top scenario and a bit of a pullback and maybe some more consolidation, and perhaps something like this. If we were to move to the upside, we would head up, hit this level, come back down and retest this before we made a decision on what way we go. For ETH right now, I've still got my spot holdings and I'm not selling. That's being very transparent with you. This is not financial or trading advice whatsoever, but I've had buys much lower down on ETH and I am yet to sell any of it. I still think this environment for the remainder of the year is still very much bullish. There's still a lot of positive fundamental news going on in the market. We're still seeing big players pick up BTC during dips and levels or moments of consolidation. So, I've really got my long-term investor hat on at the moment with everything happening in my life and my limited screen time. I think that's a very stress-free way to be at this time. So looking at the daily though on ETH, not looking super strong, but of course, I will probably look to sort of average out a little bit if we broke below 1650 in this consolidation level and broke below the 50, and then I would look for maybe cut it a little bit around here and then look for some more pickups back down on this demand zone. Again, ideal scenario, break up above 2K, but for right now we are we're just playing the range for the moment. One thing too, also with a lot of these coins, take a look at the BTC pairs and see what they're doing. Is there strength in the BTC pairs? Is there weakness in the BTC pairs? Is that emulating similarly to what the USD pair is saying, and vice versa? So again, for Ethereum, we're kind of just sort of stuck in this little range for the moment. Nothing too significant happening since really since the 6th of February. That's 13 days ago on FBTC at the moment. Looking at LTC, USDT, I had to do a little bit of travel during the week interstate, and I forgot to set my take profit level here at 229. So I'm a little bit spewing about that. But looking at where we are here now on LTC, I'm still holding the 50, acting as a pretty significant level of support at the moment. If we look at what Gravy Train is doing, again, we are kind of in this no trade zone, if you will. So looking at where we are now from this trend line from down back here, I think a touch of the sort of the 180, 200 level or that 190 level, I don't think would be unexpected or unsurprising if that were to occur. The fact that we've again made a lower high from here is not showing a massive deal of strength across not only BTC, F, but also LTC at the moment. So, I think patience is the key right now. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Wait for a dedicated break either side before you make up your mind as to what you may be doing. As someone who doesn't leverage trade, for myself, I'm more interested in dollar cost averaging down and looking for buys around this 190, 185 level. I think 167 would be a gift if we got there. So looking at where we are now here on Unicon, again, this is another pair where the accuracy is pretty profound, hitting that 23 fib and that top Murray's channel, and of course that little sort of consolidation zone before the drop. Looking at where we are now, no real significant direction as of yet. So that kind of emulates what I was saying a moment ago. So I've still got, decent, let's say decent LTC holdings that I'm still holding on to at the moment. Nothing too significant at the moment. Looking at a couple of pairs I'm looking at the moment are AVAX. These are some levels that I've really just sort of quickly TA'd this up, and I've got an indicator alert set at $35. Looking for where we are now. Again, similar to LTC, sort of had a nice bounce off this trend line. And this formation is just very popular, not very popular, is very common at the moment, where we get this bounce off a trend line, we consolidate, we make a sort of a little fake break, come back down and I guess borderline retest the trend line, and then continue our way up. So from here, I would be looking for that sort of $44 mark if we can break above here. It's a low cap coin. Gravy train giving us a pretty healthy signal there. Looking at our EMAs, we are sitting above our EMA cluster now, pretty healthily, I suppose. And another indicator like Unicon showing that the Murrays and the significance of this 35 level is definitely one to watch. Looking at ADA USDT, that's one that had a really nice pop. It sort of it touched this lower demand zone, which I know ads had played as well, and gave some info out in the Discord. Did 45%, come back down where we've consolidated, has created this little mini demand zone, and we seem to be pushing off it pretty well right now. This sort of pin bar indicating a little bit of liquidity at this particular point. Obviously, some people had some buys set at this particular level, despite what the indicators say to us. There isn't a ton of structure holding this back from a move to the upside, but I really want to see a hold and close above, I guess, 130 if we were to continue back to the upside towards that 145 where we double topped. Looking at Gravy Train, again, that sort of tells us, we'll go down to the 1 hour to see what the 1 hour is telling us at the moment. The 1 hour is telling us that the 134 level is going to be significant. Going a little bit lower down. Yeah, definitely. So that's what I want to see. I really want to see a break and hold above 130 for things to be looking more promising on ADA. You can see we've got a little bit of MA resistance there as well. All right, that's enough from me, Tex. I'm going to go enjoy my my weekend. I bloody need it, and I'm sure you do too. Thank you so much for joining me. Keep an eye out here at UTG in the next week or so. We've got a couple of pretty cool things planned with some other members of our group. We're going to be doing some deep dives on some other coins, getting different perspectives besides ads and I. Some of the members in our group now have really started to excel, and where the student becomes the master, and that's exactly what we want to achieve here at UTG, is to make you a better trader than us, and to see you lead this sort of the next generation, I suppose, of new traders coming into this Discord and coming into this space. So really excited to share some TA and some chats with them in the next week or so, and excited to bring that for you. Of course, unitytradinggroup.com/gravytrain. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell, and thank you so much for joining me. I so appreciate you, and I will see you soon.